In today's video, we're going to be upgrading my home server with a 3 terabyte hard drive. I'm going to add this to my setup right now, and then we'll head over to the computer, SSH into the server, and set everything up. I'm going to use this as a TimeMachine backup, and we'll set it up on my Ubuntu server. I'll show you how to do everything. So there's a couple of things we got to do. I've already had this set up with a different hard drive, but that failed. So now we gotta set it up again. First things first, we gotta find our hard drive. So I'm just gonna list everything that is connected. And in my case, it is this volume right here, exFAT, which I formatted on my Mac just to make sure that it would show up. It did show up, and it is SDB2. So I'm just gonna copy this, and now I'm gonna replace everything with the actual partition. It's probably not mounted, so we don't need to do that, but I'm still gonna run it. It's not mounted, okay. Now make sure to actually put in the correct number here. For me, it is SDB2. For whatever reason, it's copying something else. I'm gonna just delete this, and now contains exfat file system, which I have created. So I'm gonna go yes, and now it's doing that. You can prepare the next step. It already automatically is gonna name it cloudbrand, which is the name I have chosen. Then we're gonna mount it, and then we're gonna get the UUID, which is super important if you ever restart the server for whatever reason, and you don't have the UUID. It could lead to an issue where it can't mount it because it can't find it, because the, let's say, SDB2 is now listed under SDB3 or SDC3 or whatever. You can't SSH in because the server can't boot up, and it just gets messy. That's why we're gonna get the UUID and add it to where it has to go. So I'm now just copying the S of everything without the S, and then adding the S myself, and then SDB2. No, I copied too much, sorry. SDB2, replace it here, and here you get the UUID, which we're gonna go ahead and copy. Okay, next step, I'm gonna paste it in here just so I don't forget about it. And now I gotta go into fstab, and I'm gonna go to that sudo nano here, and here you can see I already have it added. This is basically what you want to add. I've also got it in the text document, so you can see this is the line you want to add, but in my case I'm gonna modify it and actually add it here. I don't need to do that. I can just go ahead and delete this, the old UUID I had here, and if you don't have anything here, you just go ahead and paste the line of code in that you've created following this guideline right here. And then for me, because before I had a different directory, I'm gonna go into cloudbrand. This is gonna always mount the hard drive under the right, like, no matter where it is, where it actually is, like SDA, SDB, SDC, whatever. It just looks at the UUID, which is the disk specific number or ID. So we're gonna hit Control X, Y, enter, and now we're gonna go mount this drive manually. And there we go. There's a star again. Remove that star, we don't need that. And now we can go into the Samba file. Just go sudo, oops, no, I forgot the nano. Is that right? It's gonna be super fast. It's not a long process because I've pretty much configured everything already. I just gotta change these paths, which for me, I'm gonna have two paths. I'm gonna have TimeMachine. This path right here we can copy, and this is the TimeMachine. Actually, no, this is not the correct one. This right here is the correct path, and I'm just gonna add the path right here. And then I also have I'm gonna have a different, like, just the file server, paste it in, and everything else stays the same. Please add your username and not mine here, and check the other factors here, and you'll also have to add some tags over at the global section here. This is how it works for me, so I'm not exactly sure if this is the exact way you have to do it, but it works for me. That's why I kept it this way. Save and enter. And now all we got to do is create these directories, because if they are not available, you are going to be sad because it's not going to work. And now we're basically done. You're going to hit sudo reboot or sudo system control restart SMBD, which is Samba. And now we can go into Finder, go to or connect to server, or Command H. And this is my server right here. I could also write macmini.local, but I just added the IP. And now I'm going to hit connect. It's going to ask me which file server I want to connect to. And because we created two in this case, the Mac Mini file server or the TimeMachine backup, I'm going to hit TimeMachine backup. I'm going to go to TimeMachine, forget this destination, and I'm going to set it up new. I'm going to do TM backup, and I'm going to set up this user. Okay, spoiler alert, it's not going to work because we forgot one thing. We actually have to set the permissions. And I've created this line of code. You can enter your username, run it, and then restart the Samba server again, and then it should work. Just add your regular user account, and now we can create a password. Okay, and I've created an encrypted backup on the server, which is important. Always create an encrypted backup because you're the only person that is supposed to or should have access to your backups. Also, if you just have a backup lying around that is not encrypted, you might as well just not have a password on your computer too. And if you want these instructions, I'll have them on my website as well as the description of the video. Go to Finder and hit Command K to show you the file server, which we haven't mounted yet, and we can access this here. So I'm just gonna go in here and create a Plex media directory. Could be a different video. If you want to see that, leave a like and a comment. And yeah, this basically can show you how fast this is. It depends on your internet speed, so that does make a huge difference. So you can kind of calculate how long this backup is going to take. Even if it's just 200 gigabytes, it's going to take a while. But if you let it run overnight, and that is what TimeMachine is good at, it's just going to perpetually upload items in the background. And once you've done the first backup, it's not going to change a lot. So that's pretty cool. That's one thing that TimeMachine does actually do pretty well. So if you found this video helpful, leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.